Hello friends, my name is Pratul.
I'm Pradeep.
This is Shruthi, and in this video, we are trying to give a brief overview of our data mining project that is brand health. And we are doing this by scraping data from social media and performing some sentiment analysis on top of it. The introduction is going to be done by my teammate Pratul here.
Okay, so let's start with what really brand health is. For many non-profit organizations and consumer goods companies, their brand is, along with their people, the most important asset that they have. A strong brand is not a luxury to be enjoyed only by the companies like iPhone or Puma. It is a key factor in the success and prosperity of all businesses and non-profits, regardless of their revenues. Brand health is guaranteed to have a significant impact on the consumer awareness of the respective brand and its bottom line. Moving on to the next one. Now, it is important to know why brand health is so relevant today. Brand health directly affects your ability to sell, fundraise, or to hire the best employees and to grow. The organization vision, mission, and the values are clearly and consistently articulated in all communications, including website, marketing materials, and the language used by its employees. The brand lives in the mind of the brand consumer, and only those at the peak of the brand health have the strength to push through and lodge there. It's an important fact to know that 80% of the consumers say that they are more loyal to brands that continue to find new ways of being relevant in their lives. Because after all, what a consumer really wants is to connect. Here are some important metrics. With a projected 25% annual growth over the next 5 years, it's time to invest in social media. Facebook has about 6 lakh worldwide users, and social networking and media sites account for 12% of all the time spent online in 2010, with the average user spending of 4.5 hours on these sites. Social networks are one of the fastest growing industries in the world. You need to treat social media as a person in today's world, grooming it and maintaining it as you would attend other person. The most important thing is that social media acts as a cost efficient digital marketing platform for broad audience of consumers. Sentiment ranking and analysis is the process of identifying whether a piece of writing expresses a positive, negative, or neutral attitude towards any given topic. Organizations can derive valuable insights from tracking and analyzing audience sentiment towards their brand, products, and services, especially through one of the most popular avenues for expressing opinions, social media. An interesting fact is that only 24% of the brands are doing social listening today. So, what do you really mean by social listening? Social listening, sometimes referred to as the social media monitoring, which is the practice of actively observing what is being said about your brand, your competitors, and your industry on social media channels like Facebook, Twitter, and probably Instagram as well. So, being tuned into the social buzz helps marketers and service professionals stay current and can alert them to the up and coming trends that would affect the business. So it would directly affect the profit of an organization in a huge way. So how do we calculate a sentiment score? Basically, we are considering a total of 6,800 words in a project, which are rated as positive and negative. um, Different weightage could be assigned to different words. We have made a number line where we divided the range from -5 to +5, where words go from negative to positive respectively, and we've assigned some equal weightage to all the words. Now, it is important to know about the score polarity. It gives good insight about what is the range of score values for the data. Data value could range from being very positive to being very negative as well. We also plot the frequency of each score. We are also interestingly going to look at our shiny dashboard at a tag cloud or a word cloud, which is it's also known as. The advantage of the word cloud is that it gives the importance of each tag or each word with the font size or probably the color. It majorly helps in quick analysis of the feedbacks that are provided by the customers. So you don't need to look and read through the lengthy statements. You could just plot a word cloud, and all the important words the customers are emphasizing on would be in front of you. A neat example of this would be the heating problem in Samsung Galaxy phones, which stood out after its release. Now, if we were to plot a tag cloud for that particular time after the release of the phone, it would clearly have the words like heating and problem at the center of the word cloud with the huge font or differentiated color. The next part of the presentation will be given by Shruti.
Thank you, Pratul. So I'm going to discuss about our approach towards the brand health problem. We are trying to implement a sentiment analysis algorithm on the data scraped using the Facebook API in R. So we are going to get data, and our data set is going to be the posts posted by different users on the page, on the Facebook page, on the brand we are trying to do our analysis. So we are going to classify these posts as positive or negative posts based on a metric, and that metric is going to be a score. And if a score of a post is very positive, it means, I mean, if it's a very high number, it means that the post is has a very positive emotion towards it. And if a score is very negative, it means that the post has a very negative emotion towards it. And if a score is zero, it means it's neutral. I'm gonna discuss this more in detail in the coming slides. And before we do that, why do we need brand comparison? Even though we gain meaningful insight on our brand, we need to know insight about our competitors brand as well. We need to know their popularity in social media so that we can compare theirs with ours and probably correct what is going wrong with ours in case it's a bad situation, or if it's a good situation we know where we're doing it right and probably continue what we are doing. So, and why have we used Shiny for all this? We could have used a typical platform such as Java or .NET. The reason we have chosen Shiny is because Shiny makes everything possible in a few lines of code, and it does not burden the user with the architectural complexity, and the user can simply concentrate on the code rather than thinking about what architecture to come up with and what server to use and everything. So it makes Shiny makes life incredibly easy to build interactive web applications, and they have pre-built output widgets for displaying plots, tables, and printed outputs. And so the next, let's just jump into data scraping, which is the step one of our algorithm. So we have used the Facebook API in R to scrape data from the Facebook page of our brand we are trying to analyze. Here we are trying to analyze United Airlines, and so we have placed the. I mean, we know that the Facebook page name of our brand is United, so we're gonna give that as an input here. It could be we give a date range or we give the number of posts, and we retrieve data from Facebook. And this is our scraped, cleaned data. So we can see that there are a lot of attributes. The ID is obviously unique to the user, the post, the likes, and we have a few emoticon counts as well. Our data cleaning, as I explained earlier, this is already our clean data. And how did we achieve this? This is by discarding posts which are too short or which do not come up with any meaning. We have also applied a few cleaning methodologies, and we have removed symbols and certain characters which we don't require, and we finally obtained clean data which is algorithm applicable. So, how are we calculating score for our post? So, we have a repository of positive and negative words. So, every post we are going to take the positive words, and we are going to take all the words in our post and try to match it with the positive or the negative words. And every time there is a match with a positive or a negative, we are going to sum up those scores and finally come up with the difference between the positive and negative scores. And the ending value would be our net score for a given post. I think this would be better explained with the code here. This is the function we wrote to come up with the score, and the sentences are nothing but the posts we are passing over here. And they're doing some extensive cleaning over here, like removing punctuation and control characters and digits and everything. And let's just get to the main part where we are going to match our words with the positive words and match our words with the negative words. The positive matches, we're going to keep it aside, and the negative matches as well. And once we keep it aside, we are going to sum up the positive matches and the negative matches and subtract and come up with the score, which is the cumulative score of each post. So once we come up with that, we have a score, and we are going to visualize and gain some insight using the score. The visualization part will be explained by my teammate, Mr. Pradeep. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Pradeep Raju Ralat. I'll be explaining about the visualization part of our project. So Shruti already explained to you about the sentiment analysis, the logic of it, and how it was done. So I'll be explaining about how we visualize the results obtained from the sentiment analysis. So as part of this project, we have created a Shiny app, which basically scrapes the data from Facebook and visualizes all the results and insights which was obtained from it. So basically, the application architecture and visualization is based on Shiny. Shiny offers a convenient platform to create visually compelling applications. You can create very good user interfaces with Shiny, and we have plotted the polarity graphs, histograms, and percentage splits of scores. I'll be explaining about the app in the coming slides. So to build this app, we have used a Shiny library called Shiny Dashboard. So in our app, it is a dynamic app. I mean, the user can enter any brand, and our app basically scrapes the data from Facebook related to the brand and displays the sentiment, customer sentiment scores, and the histogram, and the summary, etc. So as you can see here, uh, the customer can enter either one brand or two brands for comparison, and the number of posts. So if we give 50 posts, the app basically fetches 50 posts to do the analysis and display the results. As explained earlier, we can actually fetch the data based on a date range also. So to do the analysis and get the insights which can be obtained from the sentiment analysis, we actually fetched data based on the date range also. So in this app, if we enter two brand names, the app displays the results in two different tabs as shown here, brand 1 and brand 2. So we can see the sentiment summary, like what percentage of reviews had a positive score, what percentage had a neutral score, and what percentage had a negative result, and also a histogram based on the scores, that is the polarity categories. So it the first graph displays the frequency, and the second graph actually displays the frequency of score. As explained earlier, every post is given a score. The second graph gives the frequency of each score in all the posts fetched. So this is the basic screen of the app. Now there is also a word cloud, and the app displays a word cloud. So in this word cloud, the most prominent words in the posts that were scraped from Facebook would be displayed. As you can see here, this word cloud is for Pizza Hut brand. Since pizza and order are the would be the most prominent words in the post, it is given as very large words. So basically, when we look at the word cloud, we can see basically get a grasp of what people are mostly talking about this brand in the social media. So this is the app. Now let's look at some insights that we can gather from our app's results. So as you can see here, these graphs show the customer positive sentiments and the customer negative sentiments through year for the brand Subway. So the first graph shows the positive sentiments. As you can see here, the customer sentiments actually was very, I mean, it had a very positive sentiment in 2010, then it decreased, in 2012 it increased, in 2013 increase. Like that, we can see the variation of positive sentiments, and the brand can actually take actions to improve the customer sentiments. Also similarly, we can see the negative sentiments changes through year also. So this graphs can be used, I mean, to study how the sentiments are changing, and the company can perform different actions to improve their popularity among people in social media. So this slide shows the insights that we gathered about the United Airlines. In last month, April, there was an incident in United Airlines. A passenger was dragged off the plane. So the first graph shows the popularity, I mean, the customer sentiments related to United Airlines before that incident, and the second graph shows the customer sentiments after the incidents. So as you can see here, in the first graph, the negative reviews were around 50 percentage, and the positive reviews were around 30 percentage. So after the incident, there was a increase in the negative reviews. It went up to 70%, and the positive reviews actually decreased to 10%. So as you can see here, with certain incidents, the customer sentiments related to a particular brand could change. So this is a type of insight that we can gather from the results of our app. So then next steps in this project is like we can use ngram word detection and analysis, and also involve more complex and sophisticated score calculating algorithm. Right now we are matching the words in the post with a positive and negative words repository. So there are other more sophisticated methods, like there are some few data sets which actually gives a positive and negative score for each word based on the level of positivity or negativity the word has. So the algorithm can be made more complex to give better accuracy, and also we could get more customized input from users, and we could also gather data from multiple social media sites. We have scraped data from Facebook only, but we can use Twitter and other social media sites. So this is the end of our project. Thank you.